Welcome to Cal State Fullerton's The Report with the latest news, views, and info to go. I'm Kristina Rasband.
I'm Sarah Fenton.
And I'm Jen Moynihan.
In honor of the holidays, we're bringing you another special themed edition of The Report. We'll start by discussing some hot topics, including one restaurant's mistletoe mishap, a television drama inspiring criminal copycats, a new social media app for parents, and more.
Beyond our discussion, we have reports on current CSUF news and events, including a sing-along holiday concert, Camp Titans toy drive, and the all-night study event at the TSU.
And finally, we conclude with special reports from Chef Derek Phillips and fashion reporter Cynthia Laliker. We also have news on declining gas prices, a new holiday trend, one light show extravaganza, and more.
As you may have noticed, we here at The Report can't help but indulge in holiday festivities this year. So we're kicking off our hot topic discussion by talking about what we love most about Christmas and, of course, our ugly sweaters.
Well, I love that we all were so festive today.
Yes, we even have a Christmas tree.
I know.
It's awesome.
I would just like to point out that Jen has a very pretty sweater today.
I couldn't find an ugly one.
She didn't get the memo.
I just want to add to that. I kind of went late shopping for this sweater, so it was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I went to Target. Their Christmas sweaters are gone, and they have a new shipment of bathing suits out.
Bathing suits?
Already.
What?
Dang.
I know. So I was obviously upset.
Christmas in California.
I know,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But I mean, we do have the weather for bathing suits, but still, I mean, I like Christmas, so
Yeah.
I want to enjoy the holiday while it's not even here yet. While it's here, and then I'll move on to maybe spring break or whatever the bathing suits are for.
Yeah, my mind's not even on spring break right now.
No, not at all. Mine's on the food for Christmas and all that.
So you got yours at Target. How much was it?
No, I didn't. I went
you
to
didn't?
Walmart. They didn't have any holiday sweaters at Target, so went to Walmart.
I love the little bows on it. It's
I
super
added
cute.
these on. I went to the Dollar Tree and they had the little pins. I know, so they kind of jingle, but
Nice. Well, there you go, guys. A DIY for Sarah's holiday sweater.
I got mine at American Vintage
Nice.
in Fullerton like 2 years ago. I was going to a holiday party, but I remember I got it for like $13. Yeah,
Ooh,
it
that's
has these
pretty good.
cute little snowmen and
That's
the North Pole.
Aw.
It's so festive and happy. I like it.
that's cute.
Like the little glitter scarf.
Thank you. I
Very
had it
nice addition.
At a touch. And where did you get your sweater?
I went to
For everybody that wants to look chic. Chic this year.
I went to like Buffalo Exchange, some other thrift stores. I couldn't find any. I even went to Party City, and theirs were all like super oversized, like basically a dress.
Yeah.
So like, you know what? Let's just go the classic H&M route. It's pretty decent. You know, it works.
Yeah.
Good color.
Well, it's cute.
It is
Thanks.
cute.
It's
I
not
like
ugly.
So what are your guys' favorite parts of Christmas?
I love the 24-hour marathon of A Christmas Story on
Me
TBS. My family does it every year. We'll watch it Christmas Eve, 8 p.m., and then it'll just run the whole day till like 8 p.m. the next day. It's so awesome. It's a classic movie. How can you not love it?
I love it. I mean, I watch it with my sister. Sometimes even, I'll admit, during the summer, we kind of miss Christmas, so we'll pop it in.
Nice.
Don't judge, but
judging.
I know. But we do love watching it on Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, especially. We'll spend time with family, and so I say, okay, turn it on, turn that football game off the one time.
Yeah.
But it's nice, and then I do like baking cookies. I mean,
Ooh.
the smell in the house during that time, I love it.
What are your favorite cookies?
I'm a classic chocolate chip kind of girl, but
Nice.
yeah, my grandma makes the best Italian cookies, so if you guys want to
Italian
come over, we
cookies.
have Italian cookies at my grandma's house.
Sounds good. Well, for me, I love, we kind of do a little spin on Christmas. We do Christmas Eve. We spend more time on that holiday because my family is German. So what we typically do is we'll make little plates with goodies and scratch off cards and nuts and gummy bears. And my mom will say, Santa's coming, everybody hide in your rooms. And then once we hear German music like blasting in the house, we know Santa left and the plates are out and like we can start opening presents. So it's kind of a cool activity, and then we have a big dinner, we'll roast a ham, and it's just a really cool tradition. And then on Christmas Day, we'll be like, okay, we opened our presents last night, let's play with our presents and let's go to the movie theater. So kind of a relaxing day on Christmas.
nice.
So.
That sounds like fun. We
Yeah.
should go over on that day.
Yeah, come on over. Come on
The
over.
Kristina Christmas tradition.
There you
Exactly.
go. Come on. Cool.
A Santa meet and greet at the shops at Mission Viejo turned ugly last week when Santa refused to see a 7-year-old autistic girl accompanied by her service dog. Upsadi Santos waited in a 30-minute line with her mother to meet Santa. Accompanying the two was Pupcake, the family's pit bull service dog of 5 years. According to a public relations consultant for the mall, the family was notified by an elf while waiting in line that the dog would not be allowed to see Santa. After the Santos family offered to remove the dog, Santa still refused to see the child. The family claims Santa was afraid of the pit bull and allegedly said those dogs eat people. Santa then claimed he was allergic to dogs when he found out Pupcake was a trained service animal. The family complained to the Simon Property Group, which owns the mall. The company has since apologized to the family and removed the Santa and his elf from the premises. What do you think about Santa's reaction?
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting how first Santa says, allegedly, that he's afraid of pit bulls, so he doesn't want to see the dog. And then when the family says, oh, we'll remove the dog, he says, oh, wait, I'm actually allergic. Like, just admit whatever it is that you don't have, that you have against pit bulls, and still see the little girl. Like, I'm sure it made her Christmas if he would have just, said, hey, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you were saying, they waited in line 30 minutes, to see Santa. So for them to wait all that time and not notice that there's a pit bull in line, because you used to work in that mall, right?
I did, and it's really open. So like, I don't know how you could see the family standing there waiting in line and see the dog and then not say anything for half an hour.
So that doesn't make any sense to me. And if the issue is the little girl and that's why you don't want to see her, then
Get a different Santa.
get a different Santa. Bah humbug.
He shouldn't even be Santa then.
Yeah,
If that's it.
he should be Scrooge.
I mean, I know when I was younger, I loved Santa. So I know for this little girl, that's heartbreaking to hear that Santa doesn't want to see you because of your dog. I mean, the girl probably loves her dog too. So the fact that even he just doesn't want to see the dog is heartbreaking.
But the fact that they removed the dog and he still doesn't want to see the little girl,
Exactly.
that's where you got to ask, what's the main issue here?
That's true. Well, at least, Simon Mall, the company that owns the mall there, they did apologize and they offered the girl, a private meeting with Santa. So at least they're trying to help despite, the mix-up.
Yeah.
Hopefully another Santa.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
A Chinese drug bust shows signs of the Breaking Bad storyline. Professor Zhu has a striking resemblance to Breaking Bad character Heisenberg. This similarity is not in facial features, but in their underground business of making meth. Zhu is the alter ego of Liao, who found himself unemployed at the age of 58 years old, with a family to support. Liao's access to the meth raw materials came from his previous job from buying and selling materials around China. Meth may be prevalent as the drug of choice in China, but shows like Breaking Bad are prohibited there. From being unemployed to meth millionaire, Liao was able to succeed for a short moment before getting caught in his trade. What do you think about shows that glorify the drug industry and criminalize those who are involved in it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't think we should look at just shows. I think that we can look at, any say like serial killer out there. Anyone can say, oh, I want to be just like that person and go do it. So we can't just say shows are the ones that are making people want to be like them, because you do have all the other bad things out there and we do have good shows. So why don't we just look at the good shows and model what happens in those instead of the bad shows?
Like the superheroes?
Exactly. Let's go save the world, not make meth.
That's really
I love
good.
that.
I like that. We need that on a
catchphrase.
t-shirt. For me personally, when I've watched Breaking Bad, I don't feel like I'm going to go out and be a meth maker. Or when I watch Sons of Anarchy with my family, I don't feel like I'm going to join a motorcycle gang. Yeah. So, it's common sense.
Yep.
If that's the reason why this guy is making meth because he watched Breaking Bad, then he doesn't have a lot of common sense. But no, he should know what he's getting into. End of story.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was related. I feel like this was just an incident in China similar to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you were saying, it's common sense. You know, when you get into that type of trade, it's not the best. And then also, too, Breaking Bad was an amazingly successful show. It's a television drama. Obviously, it's a little bit theatrical and more exaggerated than you would see in real life. And it makes for good TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all want entertainment. Just don't try to model the bad entertainment.
Yeah, don't imitate it.
Exactly.
You can't sit with us. There's a new app out that lets parents know whether or not it is safe to let their children play outside. It's called Alert ID, and it allows parents to monitor crime near playgrounds. Jasmine Kianford has the details.
When it comes to their family and choosing a neighborhood to live in, parents seem to agree on one important factor.
Oh, safety.
Safety.
I'm more worried about them going outside to play of our house, where I kind of just ran around the whole cul-de-sac and came in when it was dark.
But a new app is placing safety closer to your fingertips. Alert ID not only notifies you of nearby registered sex offenders, but alerts you of any crime, fire, or weather hazard.
Anytime they're outside now, I kind of really monitor it more than my parents did.
Stay alert and watch them.
Notice something suspicious? Alert ID even allows you to join and create groups and blogs where you can share safety tips with other parents and locals.
Another bonus about the app is that it automatically updates to your location. So no matter where you are, you can be sure you're going to receive the latest safety updates.
Well, for me, I could go out and my mom would say just come home before dark, and I was gone all day in the summer and into the night, and I was fine.
The app receives its updates from actual local police and fire stations, so the information you see is reliable, helping give parents just a little more peace of mind on the playgrounds.
Alert ID can be downloaded straight from the App Store onto any smart device so that you can take it wherever you go. Reporting from Irvine, I'm Jasmine Kianfard.
What do you think about this app? Do you think kids are staying inside for safety reasons or because of the rise in technology?
I know when I was younger, I was always playing outside. When the street lights went off, that's when we went inside. Now I look around, there aren't any kids outside. They're all inside playing their video games or doing whatever with technology. Yeah. I think with this app, if parents are kind of on the more strict side and they don't know if they want their kids to go play outside, maybe it's unsafe, this will help them because they can say, okay, you can go outside, it's safe, or if it's not safe, then they can keep them inside.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a good piece of technology if you're using it to ensure your kids' safety. I mean, it does tell you whether there are predators located nearby if they live in the premises. It tells you whether or not the park itself is a safe place for kids to go. But I do like your point about how today a lot of kids are not really going outside and enjoying the outdoors. You know, I remember when we were kids, we had the little Game Boys, you know, and we would use them on, we would use them like on, like road trips or when we had somewhere to go and we need time to kill, not, instead of going outside and playing with friends, I'm gonna sit here on my Xbox all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we know that technology is advancing and we know that all these devices are coming out. So it's great if this app is to make children safer and parents feel safer about their kids going outside. But I do think it's really sad how we are losing that one-on-one sense of communication with other people. You were telling me about how you went to some restaurant the other day and you saw some kid sitting with his family and they were making, what was it?
It's tepon. It's like an Asian style where they do the show and they flip things in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was on his tablet the whole time.
Yep.
You're investing yourself so much into these pieces of technology and you're not letting yourself take in what's going on around you. Yeah. And so I think people are missing out on life, and going into this alternate reality.
You know what's even worse? They're literally paying for the entertainment, and the kid is so like entranced in his piece of technology that it's like, well, what was the point in going out?
But I think that has something to do with parenting. Yeah. Because I know for a fact if I have kids, I am not going to allow my child to sit at the table with his tablet and I'm paying for this awesome show at the dinner table. No. At least take the time to set the electronics down for a second and enjoy time with your friends and family.
Yeah. I know my parents are like that. If we go out to dinner, or even if we're at home eating dinner, we can't have our cell phones at the table. Or
Do you play the cell phone game?
What's the cell phone game?
You put your phone in the middle, and like if anyone touches their phone, they have to pay for dinner.
Oh,
Ooh, I like
that's a good
that.
one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try
We'll
that
have
with
to
your
do that
family.
next time.
Yeah.
Let's go out to lunch and then we can do it.
There we go. I'm not paying.
A mobile mistletoe Joe at a popular restaurant chain left one woman missing a piece of her nose. Photographer Georgine Benevenuto was at a TGI Fridays restaurant in Brooklyn when one of the drone operators tried to land the gadget on her head but clipped a part of her nose instead. TGI Fridays released a statement explaining that this was an isolated event. The drone was part of a demonstration given by the drone operator for the photographer and the accompanying reporter. The devices were supposed to hover over couples' heads while carrying mistletoe to create a fun and festive holiday environment. In a press release regarding the event, the company said, if guests show a little love under the mistletoe, Fridays might just show them a little love with some nice holiday gifts. Would you show a little love under TGI Fridays mobile mistletoe drone?
I don't know about that. I mean, this lady, I know the what actually happened with the incident is she was a photographer with her reporter, and essentially what they were doing is they were getting kind of like images for whatever story they were writing. So they had the drone operator do a demonstration for them, and she knew in advance that he was going to try and land it on her head. So like you were saying earlier, it is kind of her own fault considering the fact that she allowed it.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like, I don't know if I would want to do that underneath a drone. Like, you never know.
Yeah. I think, like, if she knew that the drone was going to be hovering over her head, then she's accepting the fact that something could potentially go wrong and clip her nose. So she can't really get mad about that because there's a liability with it. So that could happen.
But the thing with drones, and I think this is a big thing that's going on in the news today, is there is a huge unknown about drones. We don't know where it's appropriate to fly drones, what's appropriate to shoot with drones. I mean, is it okay to fly a drone over a beach and shoot whoever's on the beach, whatever's happening on the beach?
Yeah.
Is it okay to fly a drone into a restaurant and land a drone on someone's head when we really don't know what's going to happen? Is it going to clip off her nose? Is it going to pop out her eyeball? We don't know. You know, so I think that's a big question today with drones, and that's probably why it made the news, you know? So I don't know if I would allow the drone to sit on my head. I think I want a little bit more research regarding drones.
I think you're right. It's definitely a privacy issue because it's so unknown and because it's so controversial. I remember reading in the news a couple months ago that there was a city in Colorado where they actually named it a no drone fly zone because of the issue with drones in the U.S. And they had said in the city that if there was one that flew over the town, they'd shoot it down. So,
Wow.
I mean, there's so much unknown about it, and people are so heated about yes or no, whether they like them.
Yeah. I know sitting in a restaurant, I wouldn't want something flying over my head. If I'm sitting there to have dinner or lunch or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't want something flying around. It kind of reminds me of like a bug or something.
Bug swatted away.
I know. I think it's kind of annoying. It would be annoying if I was sitting in trying to have lunch or dinner and something flew over my head.
But you know what? Maybe
Yeah.
in 30 years, that'll just be the thing. We'll just accept it. It'll be the new advance in technology.
It may be our new waiters and waitresses.
That's probably
that's
true.
something to
Dropping
think
off,
about.
Yeah, food, maybe coming by, dropping off our food and drinks with a little claw coming down.
I can see it.
I can see it too. It's sad, but I can see it.
Scary.
Yeah.
No.
Derek Phillips is back this week with another college cooking segment. He'll give us some tips on how to create your own tasty holiday treats. Let's take a look.
Thank you, ladies. Well, it's Christmas time again. It's the end of the semester. We're all pretty much broke. And of course, we have holiday parties to go to, and often we'll have to bring gifts with us. First, I'm going to start off really simple with some chocolate-covered cherries. Basically, you're going to take your bowl, you're going to line it with some paper, and put in some cupcake papers, and throw some chocolate-covered cherries in there. Nobody will ever know you didn't make them yourself. Next, we're going to take some peanut brittle that's been already made, and you could take it, and with your chocolate, you throw a bag of chocolate into a crock pot, let it warm up, and once it's nice and melted, you can take and dip basically anything you like. So we'll take a little bit of the peanut brittle and dip it in the chocolate and put it here in our parchment to cool. Now, you don't have to do just regular chocolate. Some people like white chocolate, so you can also do that. Our next one is going to be these donut snowmen and reindeer. They're very easy to make. I'll make a reindeer here for you right now. First, we're just going to take a couple of pretzels that have been broken, and we're going to stuff them right here on top and make them look like antlers. And then basically you'll give it a nice red nose. Next, we're going to do some chocolate-covered pretzels. That's a holiday favorite, and it's pretty good. So we'll take our pretzel, and we'll come back over to our melted chocolate. And basically, you just dip it in the chocolate, put it on your parchment, and let it cool. So with our strawberries, it is much the same process as we did with the pretzels. We're simply going to take them, we're going to dip them in our chocolate, and once they are nice and well coated, we're going to set them out to cool. With our strawberries done, we can also make these wonderful candy cane pops. They're very simple to do. We just take a candy cane and put it right into a giant marshmallow. And once we have our marshmallow on there, we'll actually just dip it in the chocolate and we roll it into some crushed candy canes. Now with our peppermint bark, we're going to take the white chocolate. We'll get it in our crock pot and we'll get it melted. We'll get it nice and stirred up here. Once it's melted, you have two simple ingredients to add. One is peppermint extract. And honestly, you really only need to add about a tablespoon. The other thing we're going to add is peppermint pieces. After you have everything in there, you mix, and you mix well so that it is well integrated. And to finish this off, what we'll do is we simply take it and we'll pour it out onto some parchment. In that, you can simply take your spoon and just kind of squish it and shape it on out. Our final ingredient is to simply take more of the candy cane pieces and sprinkle them on the top. So with all of these, I think that your Christmas giving should be pretty simple and should go very well for you. I'm Derek Phillips, and remember, flavor is fortunate if it is bold.
We also had Cynthia Laliker stop by to give us some more holiday fashion tips. She'll show us the secret on how to get that perfect vintage style hair.
I'm here with the beautiful Tara Alexander, who is also known in the social media world as Red Pinup Doll. Tara has been a professional hairstylist for 13 years and does photo shoots, works on models, special occasions, and weddings. She currently works in the city of Orange and specializes in vintage and pinup glamour, hairstyles, cut, and color. Thank you, Tara, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Great. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what got you into vintage hairstyling?
My family kind of inspired me to be a hairdresser because I was doing my hair vintage and my friends, and they said, hey, you're good at it, why don't you pursue it? And I ended up going to beauty school, and immediately I just kind of knew right then and there this is what I was supposed to be doing.
Okay, so what actually hairstyle are you using today? Because I love it.
Thank you. This is more of like a modern 60s do, kind of inspired by like I'd say 63. It's really easy to do, just some simple curls, little tees, and little pin, and you're good to go.
And with the beautiful dress.
Thank you.
Actually, what are you wearing? I love it.
This is from Pinup Girl Clothing. They have a lot of beautiful dresses for the holiday season, and this is called their Erin dress.
What do you think, as I can see you brought these lovely models in today, do you want to start off with Amber?
With Amber? Well, Amber is wearing a very 1940s hairdo. She has the classic victory rolls with a bumper bang in the front and her beautiful fluff on the sides.
What do you feel like would be hot this season, fashion-wise and in hair? Like, what will you see on ladies, do you think? Or what would be good for ladies this season?
I'm noticing the vintage wave is very popular, kind of like what Jacqueline has going on right now.
Oh, okay.
It's a very modern but old Hollywood look. A lot of celebrities are wearing that on the red carpet, so a very, classic retro wave, but you can still modernize it by brushing it out, making it a little bit looser.
Okay, yes, gentlemen. I actually have a male model who will show you the more, the more like for guys, the gentleman look. Tara, do you want to explain a little bit of what Augie's wearing?
Has, I would call it like a dapper haircut. It's a little bit shorter on the sides and higher on the top. Very, 1940s, 50s look. Very clean. This is very in right now. All the guys are doing it with the beards and the high and tight haircuts. It looks great, you know, you can be casual with it or you can put a little pomade in there and kind of, you know, swoop it up a little bit. It looks great on every guy. I love this haircut.
Ladies and gentlemen, dress to perfection this season and make sure your hair looks stylish, because beauty begins feeling good in the inside and the rest will showcase on the outside. Thank you for tuning in and have a safe and happy holidays. I'm Cynthia Laliker.
And now let's switch over to the campus events of the week. Ringing the holidays with Cal State Fullerton. Join conductors Kimo Formato, Christopher Peterson, and Christopher Gravis along the side of the University Symphony Orchestra and Concert Choir as they perform holiday favorites and sing-alongs. Family and friends are welcome to attend this festive event on December 13th. Tickets are $25 at the door. Special discounts for students and senior citizens are also available. Deck the Halls at Cal State Fullerton is one holiday tradition you won't want to miss.
Cal State Fullerton is hosting its Camp Titan Toy Drive this month. Support those in need this holiday season and head over to TSU to pick a child's name from the raffle in the lobby. These unwrapped gift donations will benefit the children of Camp Titan. Monetary donations will also be accepted. Please make checks payable to the Titan Student Union. Remember, Titans, every donation counts.
Students, there's no denying it, final season is finally here. In order to help with the studying and reduce some of the stress, the TSU has been transformed into the all-night zone, open 24 hours until December 19th. Refreshments, study supplies, and workshops will be available each night of the event. Also, be sure to stop by the TSU 10 night at 10 p.m. for an all-night study giveaway. Good luck on those exams, Titans.
And now we'll switch over to some updates in local news. The Portland-based ice cream shop Salt and Straw recently opened their first California location in Beverly Hills, offering locals the chance to try their fresh-made ice cream. Dylan Luahano has the scoop.
Lines can be seen wrapping around the block on a regular basis for this new LA attraction. People of all ages come from far and wide to try the quirky flavors of the Salt and Straw. Designed in Portland, customers can expect a throwback artisan ice cream shop with a carved wooden storefront and a signature red and white striped awning that's a reminder of the striped ice cream cart the family started with. All November long, Salt and Straw is offering a collection of seasonal ice creams all about Thanksgiving. The flavors incorporate the tastiest, most quintessential Thanksgiving foods, from hazelnut rosemary stuffing, sweet potato casserole with maple pecans, and of course the fan favorite, salted caramel Thanksgiving turkey.
You may have seen Santa's little helper, known as the Elf on the Shelf, at retail locations this holiday season. This small elf figurine, based on the 2005 children's book Elf on the Shelf, A Christmas Tradition, is hidden around the home by parents during the month of December. The idea behind this holiday activity is that the elf acts as Santa's little helper and will inform Santa whether the children are being naughty or nice. However, not everyone is on board with this holiday trend. Individuals online are comparing it to the Chucky doll featured in horror films. This is even a website dedicated to creepy and sometimes murderous elf on the shelf memes. Regardless of public opinion, however, this elf looks like it's here to stay, with annual sales of $10 million and an expanding product line.
Orange County residents let out a sigh of relief as gas prices declined to a low of $3 a gallon. With the holidays rapidly approaching, this couldn't have come at a better time. Daniel Montanez is at the pump with the story.
Orange County residents can now exhale with a sigh of relief when getting behind the wheel, knowing that gas prices have been decreasing for 53 consecutive days, which marks the longest streak of decline since 2008. Drivers are accustomed to seeing gas prices averaged at $4.50 per gallon, and many are surprised by the price at the pump but are not complaining. The price for gas has dropped a dramatic 50 cents within the last month, where most gas stations like Arco and Chevron are marking their prices in the low threes, putting Orange County's average price per gallon at $3.13, the lowest it's been since 2010. Market analysts believe the decrease in global oil prices is what's causing the major decline in gas prices. They also predict the prices to continue to fall, making this holiday season one to remember.
"40 nights of holiday lights will be on display in Dana Point Harbor this month. This light show extravaganza called Illuminotion will feature an assortment of illuminated tunnels and sea sculptures. To create this dazzling display, more than 500,000 lights and 4,000 pounds of steel were used. This $1 million event has already attracted thousands of visitors. Admission for Illuminotion is free, and this event runs until January 4th. For more information, visit mydanapoint.com.
The Sports Training and Rehabilitation Services in Anaheim, also known as STARS, is a company designed by athletes for athletes. Good news, Titans, they're looking for interns. Maurice Pennington has the details.
Many Cal State Fullerton communication students are preparing to apply for spring 2015 internships. If they take a look at Titan Connection, they can find a unique sports opportunity with STARS Performance Training and Sports Medicine.
There's a lot of exciting news to cover, and this really gives students a platform to be able to work on their craft and to build a portfolio and to also work in a professional environment and give them real-world experience.
Well, anytime that we get a chance to get students that have fresh knowledge and fresh enthusiasm for the field, we want to take advantage of that passion, that energy, to bring that same passion and energy to what we're already doing with the athletes in the STARS community.
The internships are a great opportunity for Cal State Fullerton's communication students, but STARS at its core is a company designed for athletes by an athlete. Founder Jason David is a Super Bowl champion and former member of the Indianapolis Colts and New Orleans Saints.
I just feel like the team that I've put together here, the team that I've created, the culture that I've created is really what makes STARS. So it's not so much the weights or the field, but I think what makes STARS special is just, the culture. And so being able to one, give back to the game that I love, football, along with other sports, has always been a passion of mine, and STARS has allowed me to do that.
Whether you're a student athlete looking to improve your skill, or a potential intern looking to boost your resume, STARS is a young and growing company that is passionate about helping you reach your goals. From the STARS facility in Anaheim, I'm Maurice Pennington.
Fans can't seem to get enough of Frozen, and Disney's catching on. The Anaheim-based theme park is going all out this holiday season with several Frozen-themed attractions in response to popular demand. At Disneyland, characters from the film will be featured in a 25-minute-long musical number and will appear on a float during the holiday parade. At California Adventure, Hollywoodland will be transformed into Frozen Land, featuring attractions such as a Frozen-themed dance party and themed merchandise shops. Shoppers in downtown Disney aren't safe from this Frozen snowstorm either. An Olaf-themed ice skating rink will make an appearance again this year, as well as an Anna and Ilsa boutique. However, the official opening for most of these attractions is not set until January 2015.
Although we did experience some rain recently, we are still in a drought. To help reduce water usage, the city of Chino Hills has replaced some of the city's grass areas with drought-tolerant plants and turf. Justin Patuno has the story.
A new landscaping measure has been implemented in the city of Chino Hills. A turf removal program has been put into action. 10 non-essential grassy areas have been selected to be removed and replaced with drought-tolerant plants and materials. Drip irrigation systems will also be added to conserve water. Some of these areas are located at parks and include medians on roadways. Residents believe that the turf removal program that is being implemented is a good idea and beneficial.
I think it's a good idea considering the drought that we've been going through, and I also think it's also a way to reintroduce native plants to this, or plants that are native to Southern California, because they're well adapted to our weather and especially the water conditions that we have here.
I like the idea of the city of Chino Hills being proactive in conserving water, and I'm, excited to see how it's going to turn out. Some citizens might be concerned about how it's going to change the look of our city and the rolling green hills that we have in the streets, but I definitely appreciate what they're trying to do in conserving water for the future.
The benefits of the program include reducing water usage by approximately 75%, in addition to reducing maintenance costs by approximately over 30%. It's expected to save over $50,000 per year. Reporting from the city of Chino Hills, I'm Justin Patuano.
And now we'll take a look at some of the international news. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge visited the Big Apple for the first time this week. William and Kate arrived in New York on Sunday for their 3-day trip, which has so far consisted of meet and greets with both politicians and celebrities alike. The couple chatted with President Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. They met music icons Jay-Z and Beyonce, and even attended a basketball game where the couple was presented team jerseys by basketball star LeBron James. As if they weren't busy enough, William also took time to address the World Bank on illegal wildlife trading. Kate also met with children at a craft group in Harlem alongside the First Lady of New York City. The only person missing from this trip was the couple's toddler, Prince George, who stayed home in England.
Well, that's all we have on this holiday edition of The Report. Join us next semester for more up-to-date news, views, and info to go. Thank you. I'm Kristina Rasband.
I'm Sarah Fenton.
And I'm Jen Moynihan. Happy holidays, Fullerton.